Thank you for attending this funeral service. In honor of the fallen comrades from my Pokemon Crystal Hardcore Nuzlocke, we are here to pay respects to Syntax the Magneton and Lapis the Lapras. They are our first victims in our mission to 100% every Pokemon generation while following the Hardcore Nuzlocke rule set. Although they are no longer with us, we cherish the time we spent with them and honor them by learning from their example. Although their journey has ended, we continue onward and begin the next leg of the Nuzlocke in Pokemon Emerald. But before we do, I'd like to say a few words remembering the life and death of Syntax and Lapis. Syntax the Magneton was caught as a Magnemite on April 13th, 2024, and was named by chat member Jai Donkin. It was my first encounter on Route 38, and I was immediately pleased to not find yet another duplicate bird in the grass. I was afraid it would run away, but after mean looking it with Hollow the Ghastly, we were able to catch it in a fastball. I like to think that Syntax wouldn't have run in the first place, and was my Route 38 encounter for a reason. Syntax's stats were as follows. He had a 10 HP IV, 3 attack, 10 defense, 6 special, and 5 speed. He was not blessed with elite genes, but what it lacked in stats, it more than made up for it with its unique typing and moveset. Its Sonic Boom was helpful in safely catching multiple Pokemon, and its typing was very useful in the Rocket HQ, where it accompanied Lapis on the mission to stop Team Rocket's plans at the Lake of Rage. It evolved soon after, and contributed to the victory in Mahogany Gym by defeating Border Douglas and Border Ronald all on its own. It would see its final action on May 18th, 2024, when it assisted in the defeat of Cool Trainer Rena and Birdkeeper Jose on Route 28, before embarking on its final mission. While exploring Mount Mortar, Super Nerd Hugh's Seadra got a very lucky BS critical hit waterfall on the first turn, which ended Syntax's life in a one-hit KO. Syntax is survived by Polaris the Magneton, which was caught on Route 11, ICP the Magnemite, which was caught in the power plant of Pokemon Blue, and Icy Pudding the Magneton, the child of ICP and Pudding the Ditto. Lapis the Lapras was caught in Union Cave on April 19th, 2024, and was named by chat member Roadhog Hook. Because Lapras only appears in Union Cave on Fridays, I deviated from my normal stream schedule to make sure I could catch him on his preferred weekday. From the very beginning of the game, I planned to encounter Lapis. I carefully repelled throughout my first visit to Union Cave so that I could return after acquiring the Surf HM and add him to my team. Immediately, I was smitten by him, because I did not know that Lapras actually moves around the screen before you battle it in Generation 2. Lapis's stats were as follows. Lapis was blessed with a perfect 15 special IV, which made it ideal for the Blackthorn Gym and beyond. The rest of his IVs were 9 HP, 11 attack, 2 defense, and 4 speed. As mentioned before, Lapis was a useful party member during the Team Rocket HQ split, and I had big plans for him once we arrived in Blackthorn. In fact, Lapis would have likely been on my Pokemon Stadium 2 teams that we used to beat the entire postgame of Generation 2. Unfortunately, Arceus had other plans. Because on May 8th, 2024, during final preparations for Claire, Lapis's life was cut short by a Wobbuffet in the Dark Cave when Lapis's Surf left Wobbuffet with only 5% of its health, and it mirror-coated back all of that damage times 2. All this despite the fact that literally 7 minutes earlier, I had literally just mentioned how dangerous Wobbuffet is, especially with Shadow Tag. But Lapis's death will not be in vain, because I vow to either avoid Wobbuffet encounters in every future game, or carefully calculate exactly how much damage I will deal, so this never happens again. Lapis is survived by Nessie the Lapras, who was gifted to me in Pokemon Blue during the Silph Co incident. As we celebrate the lives of Syntax and Lapis with affection and pride, now our time has come to commit our memories to our hearts and minds and to say our final farewell to them. Before we end the service and depart for Hoenn, if you would like to make a donation as a show of support or to help with funeral expenses, you may subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube or become a patron on Patreon. It's what Syntax and Lapis would have wanted. And so, please join me in saluting our fallen warriors in the comment section below as we say goodbye.